And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Alabama, 380. Let's go, D. Easy. Hey, Alabama.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
52. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, exit. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Grant on the return. Now, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Balaj. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Motion.
They run it with Balaj. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Check, 59, 59. I got you. I got you. Mike, hey, Charlie.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of... And oh, he coughed it up! And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Regular. 59. Hey, wahoo. Got to do better. Shadow.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Check. Let me kill. All day, baby, all day. Bud. Here we go, D. Anxious. It's alpha.
Throwing again on second down. Brady, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Able to fight through one tackle. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm trying to collect. Slam, slam, slam.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know.
Rosen will throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got it. Let's go on. No, 66. Check 55, come on. Check 55, come on. All right, here we go.
On play action. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Alert! Check. 59. I got one. Mike 5-9.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Take it in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike right.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Drop deep. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Oh, you get off the head.
And now it's Rosen looking. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Patriots 9.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go one more.
They'll try again with Drake. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Check my 21. Down to lose 1. Slam, slam. Hard. Motion. Okay, check Mike 21, check Mike.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Take that, 53. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. You don't know no better.
Now a play fake. Brady. This is going to be caught by the rookie from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Mike, check, 59.
1 first down, Brady. He'll find Harry on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, goal 66. Check 59. Hey, Haywood. 59. So don't say nothing.
Shotgun now for Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 59 mark, check, 59. Hey, check it.
Play action, now it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21. Yes.
They stay on the ground with Drake.
Go, go.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check Mike 21. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On first down, Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Crunch time, defense. Hey, alert, alert.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Monday. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Blue draw corpus. Get him. Get him. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Come on, D. Come. Come, Monday. Motion, I got one.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Topper.
Now Rosen. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Shadow! Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check and reload.
From the gun, Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Let's go. 30 base. Mike 59. Bravo. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Ready?
The backup Stidham, his first throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Push him back. Mike 59. Go. Ready? Check 59. Hey, orbit. 59. Mike get it.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to loft one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Come on now.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Hey, box drop.
On first down, Stidham. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Brady's throw there complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
No, check that.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey, watch it. 36.
61, matchbox lights.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
On second down, it's Drake. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
So we got man. Sponge. Quarter. No. 51 to Mike.
Hey, 5-7.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Check 59. 72.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Edelman was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Check. 59. Let's go. Mike, check.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
That wasn't just toughness we just saw. That was concentration. Knew the hit was coming, yet the quarterback hung in there and delivered it downfield. The end result, 6 points for his team.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 37. Hug.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
52 is the mic right here over there.
Here's Rosen. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the... And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. To Gordon, out left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's see what you got. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check, 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 check. Joker, 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 joker.
Now Brady. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check, check, 59, 59. Get that quarterback. Mike's regular.
On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Ozzy. Watching your time. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike 55.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Check. 52's to Mike. Rabbit.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Right back to Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mark Walton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wait, 53!
Check, 55, Mike. Here we go.
Check it.
55, Mike.
Back to throw. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, second all-time in fourth-quarter comebacks.
And even though he's second all-time, it feels like first in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball.
He's got it at the 15. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Smooth. Hey, 66.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, but it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This is Sony Michel. They grew up a few miles north of here. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
52. Hey. Mike 52. I'm coming. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
You rip.
Brady to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Walton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to Walton. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wide, 80.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
50.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 20. Not today, you know. Not today. Hey, Mike 20.
Alabama.
Now Brady. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Miami, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.